What's going on, guys? So this is the first video of a series that I'm calling My Thoughts On. So it's my thoughts on different things. So in this video, to start things off, I'm gonna say my thoughts on KSI's and Logan Paul's little debacle, their little boxing match. You know, what they're doing online, what they're doing on YouTube, and their whole strategy from a business and marketing standpoint. So first of all, both of them, KSI and Logan Paul, they're both geniuses, right, when it comes to content creation and when it comes to getting publicity, getting their name out there. I probably know a lot more about Logan Paul and his whole marketing strategy than the other dude, KSI, but what I do know, them doing this whole little debacle, like I didn't even know who the hell KSI was before he called out Logan Paul in this little boxing match and everything like that. I've been following Logan for a while now, and I don't really agree with a lot of the stuff that he does, but the dude has got a marketing mind. That guy is smart. So if we reverse engineer kind of what they did, Logan, with his plugging in every single video, plug loganpaul.com/shop, right? That is genius right there, to always be plugging, always have a call to action in his content that he creates. Doing the whole controversial stuff that he does, like this whole fight thing, I mean, he's totally not a fighter. I've never, before this whole fight thing, I would have never thought to associate boxing with Logan Paul. I would associate comedy and acting and just goofiness and child humor and just kind of offensiveness, stuff that is just dumb. I would associate with Logan Paul, not like serious fighting. So like every time I saw them squaring up, trying to be serious, and it was just so stupid. It just came off so corny, so awkward, cringy. I bet you could take a whole bunch of footage from all their YouTube channels and all the stuff that they put out there building up to the fight and just make one super cringy, awkward reel with all the little takes and stuff. But I mean, who am I to say, right? I'm a nobody. Those dudes are obviously killing it, making tons of money, boatloads of money. But look, the whole thing between their little beef, right? Obviously it was all fake. The dude, when they were doing their little weigh-ins, the dude puts a piece of gum into KSI's mouth. It's kind of like they made a joke of the whole boxing sequence of events, like putting a piece of gum, like it was all a joke to me. Like it was all fake. It was all for publicity. It was all just for the views, as Logan always says. So what I'm thinking happened is the business people, the people that are making money off of these puppets, got these two puppets and they're like, hey guys, why don't we get you to fight each other? And this whole thing reminds me of Celebrity Deathmatch, that whole clay animation show that was on back in the day. This whole thing is, I just see Celebrity Deathmatch all the way. It would be so funny if they brought that back with like YouTube Celebrity Deathmatch or something. They purely did this for publicity, to raise up some dust, to get some exposure, to get some views, to just make something happen outside of their annoying little channels of Logan just vlogging and making anything content of like, oh hey, let me start a fire. I'm gonna start a fire right now. I'm gonna jump in the pool with my clothes on. Don't get me wrong, like, he does have some cool content and they go out of their way, they spend big bucks to make some serious content, but like when he was doing his daily vlog, it was just BS content. But I mean, hey, I'm not trying to be a hater. The dude is obviously genius and he's killing it, but I mean, let's call a spade a spade. It was kind of some BS content. So when they were doing this whole fight thing, Logan Paul is now on the map with all the KSI's following. So I mean, it obviously helped out both of them. And then regarding the whole draw thing, I mean, that is just publicity all the way. Now they're setting it up for a sequel. You know that they're gonna do a rematch or some kind of crap that like, and then they can stir up all the dust again and have another fight and completely capitalize again on all the views and all the attention that this first thing got. So I don't know. I wish that they would just kind of make some like legit, real, wholesome, value driving content. It kind of makes me a little bit frustrated that like all these young kids that are 8 years old to, you know, 13 years old, their minds are sponges and they're just soaking up all this BS crap that these people are putting out these days. From a marketing standpoint and a business standpoint, you should look at what KSI and Logan Paul are doing with their content, with their keywords, with their call to actions, with all the stuff that they're doing on their YouTube channels, and I guess duplicate it, recreate it, morph it into something that works for your brand. I mean, just stir up the dust, and that's how you get the views these days. And views are just impressions that you can monetize and run ads on. But I guess it leaves you wondering, like, what is this guy gonna do next? What is Logan gonna do next? Is he gonna play baseball? Is he gonna start a baseball career? Is he gonna go into the NFL? The dude's been an inspiration for me. That kid is killing it, man. He's only like 22 years old. He's making some serious cash. I mean, nuts cash. The sad thing is that all this stuff works. Like the clickbaity titles that they come out with, and like the kind of like false, just complete false like lies. They will basically like title their video a lie, and then once you get to that 3/4 point in their video when they actually show you the title or what happens, it wasn't even accurate. It was a complete lie. So I don't know, I guess that's where we're at these days with this with the content creation stuff. And that's just one small little part of the overall internet's content, but it's like the pop culture. It's like the content that's getting all the views these days. So I don't know, man. Why is the scummiest, like trashiest type of content out there getting all the views? And I guess that's just showing us where we're at as a society, of like majority of the people in this society are digging that kind of content. I'm starting to sound really negative and really hateful. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm really not trying to be a hater. This is just my perspective on what these YouTubers and the mass media are doing these days. And then I don't even watch the news. I'm getting completely off topic as far as KSI and Logan Paul. But real quick, before I end this, they're all saying the same stories about people dying, people getting shot. Like this whole Jacksonville shooting just happened today. The news is blowing it up. It's all over the internet. They're showing like, oh, these people were shot. So it's, you know, and what's scary is that people suck up that kind of negativity. Like people like hearing negativity because the positive stories don't get shared as much. The positive stories and the good stuff happening in the world doesn't get the views, it doesn't get the shares, it doesn't get the viralness. The crazy, negative, trashy, scummy stuff is what's getting all the attention these days. But anyway, Logan Paul, KSI, the whole thing I think is a sham. I think it's BS. I think it was rigged. I think it's all for the views. I don't believe that it's legit at all. I don't like how they really like built up the whole sequence, kind of making like a beef out of nothing. Like, what? I would have at least liked to see Logan Paul get knocked out because his ego is so damn big. Like, I feel like he just needs to be taken down a notch. And like, I get why his ego's so big. The dude's making a ton of money, he's getting a ton of publicity, a ton of views. Everybody's looking at him. The dude's just killing it. He's like the king of YouTube, I would say. But to see him get knocked out would be kind of nice. Even though I do respect him really big. Like, I respect him because the dude is smart. He's got a marketing mind, he's got a business mind. I would like to see him do more digital marketing strategies, like getting people to opt in on a lead magnet, getting an email address. He does no call to actions as far as collecting emails, ManyChat, messenger marketing. He doesn't do any kind of like list building at all. So I'd like to see him do more effective digital marketing strategies like that. Anyway, the dude's a genius though. That's my thoughts on that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.